Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 44 on hypothesis testing. In this lecture also we will discuss one more problem on hypothesis testing, and the problem which we have taken was asked in GTU Summer 2025 exam. The problem is a coin returned 531 heads in 1000 tosses, and we have to answer this question that whether the coin is biased or not, and we have to use level of significance alpha equal to 0.05. So here we can see that they have considered 1000 tosses of a coin, and the number of times or the number of heads they are getting in 1000 tosses is equal to 531. So out of 1000 total tosses of a coin, they obtain head 531 times. That means we are given the proportion of the number of heads. So we can find out that proportion by taking division of number of heads by total number of tosses of a coin, and if we find out this turns out to be 0.5310, and from this data we have to answer the question that whether coin is biased or it is unbiased. So this is the problem related to hypothesis testing for population proportion, and we know that if coin is unbiased, then we have equal chances of occurrence of head and tail. So if we consider small p equal to 0.50, that is 1 by 2, then this gives the probability of head if coin is unbiased. If coin is not biased, then we know that there are 50% chances either for head or for tail. That means proportion of heads is 0.50 if the coin is unbiased. So we will consider our null hypothesis as coin is unbiased, that is H0, which is null hypothesis. We will consider null hypothesis as the coin is unbiased, and mathematically this means proportion of heads is 0.50, and alternative hypothesis is that the coin is not unbiased, or we can write coin is biased, and if this proportion of heads is different from 50%, then the coin is biased. The level of significance given is 0.05, and we have to check the conditions for applying Z test for population proportion. We know that if n into p and n into 1 minus p both are greater than 5, then we can use hypothesis test for population proportion. N means number of tosses, that is nothing but 1000 into 0.50, and 0.50, that means 1 by 2. So this is 500, which is obviously greater than 5. Similarly, n into 1 minus p means 1000 into 1 minus 0.50. 1 minus 0.50 is similar to 1 by 2. So this also turns out to be 500. Therefore, both the conditions are satisfied for applying Z test for population proportion, and this proportion is for sample. They have taken a sample of 1000 tosses. So this is nothing but sample proportion, which we denote by capital P hat. Sample proportion here is 0.5310, and this small p is 0.50. So because these two are greater than 5, therefore we can apply Z test for population proportion. Z test for population proportion, and the formula for test statistic is, for this hypothesis test, we know that test statistic is given by Z equal to sample proportion minus population proportion divided by square root of p times 1 minus p divided by n. Sample proportion we have calculated, it is 0.5310. If null hypothesis is true, then population proportion is 0.50, that is 0.5310 minus 0.50, and here we have 0.50, 1 minus 0.50, that is 0.50. Number of tosses denoted by n is 1000, and we calculate all these things. If we take the difference of these two proportions, then that is 0.031, and square root of all this multiplication and division turns out to be 0.0003, and this I obtain as 0.031 divided by 0.0158, and this turns out to be 1.9620. This is value of test statistic. Once we calculate value of test statistic, next step is to determine rejection region or to find out critical Z value. So for that, we observe that our alternative hypothesis is two-sided, therefore we have two-tailed hypothesis test, and whenever we have two-tailed hypothesis test, we consider half of level of significance. Here alpha is 0.05, so alpha by 2 is 0.025, and half of alpha is 0.05, half of 0.05 is 0.025, so we consider 0.025 area in both the tails because our alternative hypothesis is two-sided. So here suppose this much area is 0.025 due to symmetry, this is also 0.025, this is denoted by Z suffix 0.025 due to symmetry, this is minus of Z 0.025. Now what is meaning of this? This means that area to the right of this number denoted by Z 0.025 is equal to 0.025. So we are interested in value of Z for which area to the right of this value of Z is 0.025. But to use cumulative standard normal table, we require this probability that Z is smaller than 0.025, and we know that this is equal to 1 minus complement of this event, which is Z greater than Z 0.025, and this turns out to be 1 minus 0.025, and that is 0.975. So in the table of cumulative standard normal distribution, we have to search for this area 0.975, and the value of Z corresponding to this area in that table will give us this critical value. So now we try to search for 0.975 area in Z table. So here I have statistical tables in which I am having cumulative standard normal distribution, and I am interested in 0.975 value. In the table we search for 0.975 area. So let me check 0.975 value here. We can see here 0.9750. So we are interested in the value of Z corresponding to that value 0.975. In this row we have 1.9 value, and the column corresponding to this value has 0.06. So we have to add 1.9 and 0.06. That will give us the value of Z corresponding to this area. So if we consider area to the left of 1.96, then that is nothing but 0.9750. This means probability that Z is less than 1.96 is 0.9750, and we are interested in that value of Z denoted by Z 0.025, such that this is 0.9750. So we have find out that Z 0.025 is 1.96 using standard normal table. So here I will write that Z 0.025 is equal to 1.96. So let me show in the table. This value is Z 0.025, which is 1.96, and due to symmetry this is minus 1.96. So if our test statistic is to the right of this or to the left of this, then we are in rejection regions, and if it is in between these two values, then we are in non-rejection region. So now we compare calculated value of test statistic with this critical value of Z. Calculated value is 1.9620. So 1.9620 is greater than 1.96. It can be somewhere here 1.9620. So we are in rejection region. So we can write that here Z equal to 1.9620 is greater than Z 0.025, which is 1.96. Therefore we are in rejection region, and therefore we reject the null hypothesis. And what is null hypothesis? Null hypothesis is that the coin is unbiased. So we can say that therefore the sample data does not provide enough evidence to conclude that the coin is unbiased. We reject the null hypothesis. Null hypothesis is that the coin is unbiased. So in other words, we can say that the coin is biased, but we are working in hypothesis testing, therefore we are having certain risk. We have taken 5% level of significance. So we can say that with 95% confidence we can reject the null hypothesis, and null hypothesis is that the coin is unbiased. So we can say that with 95% confidence we can say that the coin is not unbiased or the coin is biased. So they can ask this type of problems in the GTU exam, and in earlier lecture we had seen the problem of throwing a dice, and we have discussed that how we can use this hypothesis test for population proportion to test whether dice is unbiased or not. This problem is also similar to that problem. Here instead of dice they have taken coin. They are throwing a coin 1000 times and they find out 531 heads. So here also they are talking about the proportion. So whenever we have proportion like things, then we will use hypothesis test for population proportion, and using appropriate formula for test statistic and finding corresponding critical values, we can conclude or we can test the null hypothesis with given level of significance. So this is all about this session. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching.